And we're live, Drip. Welcome in. Welcome in. Are Switch 2 pre-orders getting canceled? Or
Yes.
is the Joe G
No.
podcast
Maybe.
getting canceled?
Yes. No. Maybe.
Is the PlayStation Portal being canceled?
Yes. No.
All questions
Maybe.
that we're going to answer in this episode that is titled Switch 2 pre-orders are getting canceled, question mark, emoji of exploding head, because that's a thing that's apparently happening, but we'll talk about it. I actually think it's a bunch of nothing. The big nothing.
Yeah, we'll
talk about
see.
it. But there is some actual stuff that is being canceled, or at least delayed significantly, which we will get to that towards the end of the show. But this right now, Drip, is the pre-show. Welcome to the pre-show, everyone.
I also have a game to give away.
I noticed that.
Ship Graveyard Simulator 2.
Very kind of that. What's this developer's name? Because they said it's funny you put that in there because I also got the same code today. They keep sending us the same codes. But I got my own code.
What is the? Let me go back and look. We do got to shout them out. They send codes like every Wednesday. It's crazy.
It's like once a month at least. Like they're sending a code over. If you want to win,
Who
stay to
are
the end
you?
of the stream. At the end of the stream, we'll give it away. We'll just pick something fun, random in the chat.
Ultimate Games.
Ultimate Games. Thank you.
Ultimate Games. Ship Graveyard Simulator 2.
I watched the trailer. Looks a bit silly. Looks like
Yeah.
Looks
I mean,
like what it
it's
sounds like.
Yeah, you're like ripping apart old ships.
Yeah. Looks pretty cool.
I mean, if you're into that type of game, it's probably cool. I did watch the trailer. The trailer looks cool. I tell them I never play these games. Like, yeah, give me another code. We'll give them away on the podcast. Send me another one. They're like, cool.
Yeah.
Here.
There was one game in particular they released that I thought was awesome. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a shoot 'em up. It was excellent. It was excellent.
I'm not sure.
It started with just like Gyro or something. Gyro something. It was awesome.
I am not sure. I'm going to put out a notification since we're live now
Yes,
on the
I'm
YouTube.
doing the same thing. There we go. What is up, Coffees with Games? How you doing, man? Back out from under my bridge. What's up, dude? You streamed the other night, and I loved that.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
When was that?
It was like 11 at night or something. It was late. I was like, what? I was trying to go to bed. And the figures the one night I want to go to bed early. I was in bed by like 10, and his ass goes live. And I'm like, oh, come on, man, you're ruining my sleep. Podtroidvania. Uh-oh, the Podtroidvania YouTube account's here. What's up, Podtroidvania? I feel like you should be banned for cross promotion, for self promotion in our podcast chat. You're canceled. No, I'm just joking.
Lots of
LOL.
cancellations going on right now.
What do you mean?
Post.
Oh, that's your post.
Switch 2's canceled.
It's canceled.
Podtroidvania is now canceled.
Yes, canceled. Yeah,
Our podcast is canceled.
that's right.
What else?
There's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
PlayStation's canceled.
That's right.
Xbox is
You
canceled.
know, it's not canceled.
What? Bush Apple?
The Jeeb and Scott show featuring caffeinated diabetic. What's the button? That's all right.
Wow. I thought we talked about this. I thought my contract was ironclad.
I don't have the button's not working anymore. I don't know, it's whatever.
Good.
I used to have a sound on my board and it's not working anymore. All right. You have all the sounds.
My sounds are working. Oh, I'm ready.
Everything's
what are we
canceled.
talking about?
There's a whole.
Everything's canceled.
There's a lovely set list that I created for us.
I
to
do want to talk. I
at.
want to look at the. I believe it was somebody in Discord talking about satisfy. That's the one.
Yes, I don't
That's the
have.
one.
I don't have any links or anything like that. I just know that from what I think it was from him in Discord. I think I heard, and I saw like a post or an article that Satisfy is also a company that might be delaying even farther than expected. Because when I pre-ordered mine, I pre-ordered the beat 'em ups one. It said it was supposed to be in spring. So like,
What does it say now? That's what I'm gonna go.
Now
look
it
at.
says summer. Now it says summer. So that's not spring. Like spring would be like my imagination would tell me that they were coming like the last week before summer starts, like the last week of June. I was expecting not to have it launched, but just a few weeks after. But now it sounds like it could be like toward the end of the summer, if maybe not later. Like, I don't know.
Hey, man, don't even worry about it. You got a grip. You're hooked up.
Yeah.
You're ready. You got one.
I worked for this.
Yeah.
There it is.
You got one.
I got one. I'm no longer afraid. Skull and Co for the win. Actually, Savage Raven, which there's the. There we go. Savage
There it is.
Raven.
Yep. I hate that name. I hate it.
I know.
but-
I don't. You know what? I'll tell everyone that I love it if they pay us. I'm like, that's the best
listen.
name ever. No, I'm just
I'll
joking.
tell you
I'm
what.
just joking.
They pay me, and I still hate the name.
No, yeah.
I do like their stuff, but I think their new name is super lame.
Yeah, it's not a good name. Sorry, guys.
Felix, what's up?
Felix, what's good, man? Quest in the house. Quest love. What's up, man? Oh,
Quest.
It's Quest side, but Quest love to me. What's up, dude? Good to see you guys. This is the Switch 2 grip. It's actually not as big. Actually, hold on. I have the old one here. I think the old one is not with me.
I happen to have both of them right here if you want
There
to
you go.
do all that.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. This grip is not canceled. This grip is here to stay. It's the Savage Raven.
Yeah, I
aka Skull
sent
and
you
Co.
the red and blue one, but I got the all black one.
Yeah,
and
nice.
with the case. Oh, they sent me 3 cases. They have 3 different cases now.
Are there different cases?
Yeah, well, they have the EDC case and then the new version of their whatever here. There's some good stuff in here that we can look at this real quick actually. Like it's just a little bit nicer. It's just a little bit nicer. A little bit higher quality. It's got this thing up here.
It doesn't really
It's
translate like visually. I'm sure it does.
Right.
in your
Okay, so
hands.
check it out. This is a Velcro
Oh, nice. That's
pouch that you can take off and it just Velcros into the top there. You can put like cables or headphones or whatever in there.
Nice. What's up, Coca Baby? What's up, Mega Boyd?
And then I still have my fake Switch in mine. But yeah, you can see. Come on, fake Switch, get out of there. I mean,
Yeah,
side
honestly,
to
it's
side
really
there, you can
not
see.
as much bigger, at least by that look. Than
That's the thing.
it
Yeah, well,
seems.
it looks bigger in your hands, but when you touch it, it doesn't feel bigger. I should have not even just finished that sentence. I should have just shut up.
What was that? What about what is I see when I touch mine?
It feels bigger.
Oh no,
Or
it
no?
gets bigger.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Well, it's getting hot in here. What?
Yeah. I am excited though. I'm glad that they have an all black one finally. And the Switch is all black. Very excited about that.
Bug Baby's trying to
I'm
buy
just sick
one.
of having
off
all
you.
these colors.
Do you have multiple of the same color, Drip?
No, I gave you my other one. They gave
Okay.
me the black one with the case because I specifically asked for the black one for personal use.
Coca Baby,
'Cause,
I'll tell you
I
what,
guarantee
man.
that's going to be the one I use,
Coca Baby.
especially now that we don't know what's going on with Genki. We'll talk about that tonight.
Yeah.
They had another one I was super interested in, but like,
Yeah. For what, Coca Baby, because you're so awesome and you're a reason I got the Switch OLED. I'll just get, whenever my satisfy comes. Now that may not be useful for you because you're probably going to want yours much earlier, but the offer is extended that once my satisfy comes, this can be yours. I'll just give this to you. It's no problem.
there you go. There you go. Pass on the
problem.
joy.
Yeah.
So
no
this
problem.
is the other case they sell. It is a very, very
That looks like a
nothing
Tupperware.
case. It is called the simple case. It has 2 little latches, and that's it. It is the simple case.
It's simply Tupperware.
Cheap, affordable, something that just keeps it from getting smashed. But the EDC case, the new EDC case in denim,
I love that.
I love this. Absolutely love this.
Is it actual denim or is it just denim color?
No, it's denim.
Is it really
it's
jeans?
denim.
It's jeans, man.
It looks like it. Yeah, I mean, it feels like it.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like jeans. That's really
Feels
cool.
like, yeah. Okay, now the inside of this, they have really upped their game on the inside of this.
Oh my god, that looks great.
Right? And look, it's got like the little pouch so you can put stuff here, and then the game card slots.
That's a slim
And then
one
it's
too.
got, yeah. And it's got this and a little pull tab. Yeah, but you can put
Are they the same price as they used to be? Is it like a $30 case?
I believe they're the same price. They're on pre-order on their website right now. If you guys want to go there and check it out, you can use code DripMedia at checkout and get 10% off, actually.
Their old one was...
You can only use it once, though.
Their old one was better than like the Amazon competition, right? It was better than that, but it wasn't exactly high quality. It was the best local. It's kind of like their grip. Their stuff, at least used to be the best low priced, stuff. Like how do you? I don't want to. I'm not trying to mean it in like an offensive way, but it's cheap. It's cheap.
Affordable.
It's affordable. There you go. It's affordable stuff. But we're not sponsored, by the way. This is not sponsored by Savage Raven.
I 100% am.
You have sponsored.
Use the code. Use the code. Use the code.
This podcast is not sponsored by them, although I would welcome it for sure. This is the best affordable grip you can buy. Don't go to Amazon to buy that crap that's on there. I've been there, done that. That stuff sucks. This is the one to get, and it's available and affordable. Whereas Skull & Co, satisfye, which is my favorite, is higher quality but seemingly unavailable. Which again, we're going to talk about that in the show, so I'm not going to talk about it right now.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Like, they're in China. Like they're shipping out of China no matter what.
Right.
It's like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the Satisfye is an American company. They're manufacturing in China though. So now they're like, well, are we gonna do that? I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that later. But that case is nice. I do like that one, and it'll fit these little grips if you have their thing on it. The little ones, not the big ones.
Oh, it will fit the little ones.
Yeah, it fits the little ones.
So when I sold my stuff to Hero, I actually gave him every single one of these that I owned. I was like, I don't even want them. I had so many of them. I don't even want them. I'm like, just
when I got the Switch 2 version in, the first thing I did was like, oh, do all my old ones fit? They're slightly different shape.
I don't like
none of them fit.
Savage Raven, if you're listening, I don't like that.
That sucks.
That is not good business practice.
That would have been awesome.
That is anti-consumer, and I don't like that. I'm calling you out.
They are. I think they had to be just because of the shape of the way it is.
I have to be. I understand what you're saying, and I know that's probably what they would say too. Is that it would just be a little bit weird, which I understand. But I would take a little bit weird over not compatible at all. Like you could have just made the
wish,
same,
because I literally have a Pelican case full of like every single color. Of all these things. That would have been really awesome to be able to have for the Switch 2 as well.
And actually, by the way, I lied. I did keep one of these. I kept my Skull & Co. special edition purple one, like the GameCube purple edition one.
That was good.
I kept that one in the grips for that one. But I guess I could put the tiny purple ones on here.
We just busted out the Splatoon one for my daughter's Switch. Put it back on there. Looks good because she's got the Splatoon special edition OLED. It looks good.
We got some new friends in the chat. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Good to see you. My printer from Target got canceled last week. That sucks. I'm sorry about that, Daniel.
Damn.
That sucks, man. And we'll talk about some cancellation stuff here. Bush Apple, man. Yes, that's right. Coco Baby. Bush Apple is back.
Yes, it's back. Bush Apple.
Back. Look at that.
Woo!
Shit.
Love it. I'm so glad you got some too.
I know. I got 60 of them. I posted in Discord. Feet Lover.
That's insane.
I don't like the name Feet Lover, but I'll call you Love. What's up, Love? How you doing? Good to see you, Love. I'm Miyamoto's son. I'm playing Mario Kart World right now. That's great, Love.
It's awesome.
Andrew, what's up? Target is still canceling orders. Jeez, it's actually not Target. At least what we're talking about mainly tonight. It's gonna be Walmart, Andrew. But I think Target. Our orders are being canceled now. We'll talk about it. I don't want to spill too many beans here. That's what the show is. So. Quest says, "Are the grips really that effective? I never saw the interest for one, but again, I've been playing Switch Dock for a while." Yeah. Oh, dude. So Quest. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing before Drip tells you what he's gonna say. I can't use a Switch without a grip. Of course, I can use the controller. We have that one accessory we were sponsored by. What's that company? Last year, the one of the controller clip. What's that thing called?
Oh man, I can't remember now.
I don't remember, but that's a good product. I use that, so you can use that handle. But basically, I have to use one of these to play my Switch in handheld. I cannot do it. My hands hurt, like physically hurt, without it. And it's a me thing. It's not like an everybody thing. It's a me thing particularly. So I can't use a grip. You switch without a grip.
Yeah, I mean, I used a satisfy grip with the Switch for like ever until they actually started coming out with like the big Joy-Cons that were good.
Yeah.
Then I switched over to that. But until then, yeah, I used Skull and Co grip, not satisfy grip.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not satisfy.
No, not satisfy. I mean, satisfy stuff's good. I think it is high quality and it's. Oh, sorry. I just can't do the. I don't want them different shapes. Like I don't want
you don't
one
like
popped
offset.
out like that.
And I
no, I don't like
offset.
it.
So that's why
I can't even look at it.
That's why they make them drip. They make them because some people find it more comfortable. Some people like you just can't look at it because you're weird.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like the over obsessive, like hyper fixation ADHD stuff. I'm sure that's what it is. But
Megan says wasn't.
I'm like,
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying. Megan says wasn't Bush Apple never coming back. You tell the story about that. I don't understand why it's back, but I'm happy it is.
Listen, I told you months ago. I said I have a feeling it's coming back because they did some weird cryptic post on their Instagram, just talking about Bush Apple. Like, oh man, wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that good? I was like, oh shit, they're bringing it back. I don't know. Yeah, they said it wasn't. They said it wasn't coming back, but here it is. Bush
fucking
Apple.
Delicious, man.
It's so good. It really does. I mean, the peach was fine, but this pushed the peach to shame.
I have the Satisfy for the OG Switch, and it makes playing on Switch much easier. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. How do you pronounce that? Jermaine? Is it Jermaine? I think it's Jermaine.
Yes.
Jermaine, what's up, man? Good to see you. I love watching your podcast. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. Wanted to pick your mind and see if you would have any recommendations for a budget laptop for use for streaming. Well, Jermaine, that's not for this platform here on YouTube, but if you would like to join our Discord, I would be glad to help you out with that. And if not me, and Drip's not going to help me, he's terrible at that.
No, not me, yeah. I was going to say,
but I'd be more than happy to help, and I'm sure someone in our Discord community would also would love to help you out as well. We got a great community of people. Our Discord, the podcast Discord's in the chat down below. Also, you can join the Drip Discord. That's a bigger Discord. You can join mine too, but I would recommend either the podcast one or Drip's Discord as far as most people are willing to help you out with that because we got a ton of people like that. But yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words. Coca Baby. Honestly, the fact that Switch 2 is bigger with the same width is a blessing. The third-party grips. Yes. So they can design them, conveniently for the. Third parties don't have to like redesign a bunch of stuff. They just got to make it a little bit wider,
Yeah, well, I mean, the Joy-Cons are different. They're like different shapes, so.
Well, I mean, if you think about this is literally the same exact thing, except they went.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at it,
this part is like, it's a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're shaped different. They are shaped because the Joy-Cons are shaped different. But other than that,
Slightly.
other than a little bit of,
it's like you
still got to get it right, though. You got to get it right.
You go into your CAD renders and you just like stretch things out a little bit. And it's,
yeah,
you get
but
it
you
right.
got to stretch them out perfectly. They got to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's got to be right. Costco's return policy is also apparently the best on consoles because they count them as toys? ?
Interesting.
Why are we talking about Costco? Did I miss something?
Well, Costco
announced having them in store. I'm guessing the Switch 2 might actually be a good place to grab one since it's members only. Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
I'll say this too. If you pick up the bundle at Costco, it's $530, so it's a little bit more expensive, but you get in it 12 months of the expansion pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
a year? A full year?
A full year of the expansion pack. I think it's one person, so it's basically.
Okay, so wait, it's $530. It's $530 with Mario Kart too?
Yeah, so it's a $30 value or a $20 value or something.
I mean, man, really, when you think about it, dude, when you think Mario Kart 8 is $80 if you don't buy it, and then
$30 there, and then you're
$50 for the expansion pack for a year. So you're saving some money, man. That's a good deal.
You're saving like $50 for if you're trying to buy Mario Kart and you need to re-up for an individual expansion pack membership. That's where to go. If you have a Costco membership, that is where to go. That's like a very specific person. That's a very specific person. But if
it's somebody who maybe is not a Switch 1 user who's coming in hot on the Switch 2, starting out their Nintendo journey on the Switch 2. I got a video all about that coming out tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, it's done. I did it.
It is done. I think I have the thumbnail done too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the last one I sent you with the big words over top. I think that's the one.
Thanks for about. I tried really hard, Jermaine. If you couldn't see, I have dyslexia, so I have to. Jermaine. That's my process. To sound like an idiot.
Just one letter at a time. Take it nice and slow.
Well, my problem was there was 2 A's and an I, all within like 4 letters span, and it was very confusing for me.
Now I before E, except after C.
Huh?
Don't forget about that.
Huh?
Huh?
Okay, we should get the star showed. Wow.
Yeah, let's get the star showed.
Speaking of my dyslexia, there you get full display right there. Let's get the star showed. That's a unique one. That's a unique one. Okay. Get that music down, Drip. We need to get some like Barry White on when we start a show. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Baby. Mm.
That's Seal.
Baby.
Okay. Let's start the show. Let me get my notes. I have my notes up. Oh yeah, lawsuits. We're starting with lawsuits, guys. How fun.
Oh, are we? Yeah, I don't remember anything we're talking about. This should be a great show.
Woo! Yeah, let's do it. Welcome everyone to the Triple G Podcast. I'm your host, Bush Apple. With me is Bush Apple. We record this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Once you become a member of this podcast, get extra Bush Apple every single month. And speaking of Bush Apple, we released a Bush Apple episode for members only. It was all about Bush Apple. And speaking of Bush Apple, we're drinking Bush Apple right now. This podcast is not sponsored by Bush Apple, but guess what? I'm drinking Bush Apple, and I could not be more thrilled about it because I love Bush Apple, and it's back. Bush Apple, how you doing?
Last time, I promise. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, and just so you know out there, it's the Dripper G Podcast, not the Bush Apple Podcast.
They know.
Well, we're getting a little influx of
Don't
viewers
explain
these
it.
days.
It's not funny if you have to
I don't want to
explain
confuse
the joke.
the new people hanging out in our stream and videos we're watching these days, so don't want to confuse it. But Drip and I really like this beer. It's called Bush Apple, and we love it. And,
yeah, it's back. You know, they said it wasn't coming back, and it's back. You know, they tricked us.
Yeah.
You know, the peach was fine, but, you know, the apple's better.
I should put Bush Apple in the title of the podcast because I said it so many times. I feel like that's be good for the algorithm to like have Bush Apple.
Oh, yeah, because there's probably so many people searching YouTube for Bush Apple right now.
A ton.
I feel like, you know, as many people are probably like, oh, yeah, Bush Apple. I'd like to get some and drink it.
Yeah.
There's probably not a lot of YouTube searches going on for that. Maybe. I don't know.
We'll find out. I suppose.
Maybe it's an untapped market on YouTube that we can just
get
right in there.
I think I'm going to put in parentheses at the end of the episode for the video episode. I'm going to put Bush Apple in parentheses. Just an experiment.
Yeah, whatever. Just
see what people react to it.
I like it.
Actually, I got my inspiration for that idea that I just had from MKBHD on YouTube. Great channel, great for tech. Should help Jermaine out with figuring out what laptop he needs to be for streaming. But
for sure.
But it's he was one of his episodes. It was about the Switch 2. He got to go to the Switch 2 event. He in their podcast episode, they just like said Switch 2 like a million times at the very beginning of it. They're like, it was a joke, but it was to see if like it would affect the algorithm and stuff like that. So
it does though.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of the algorithm,
I do the same thing. I say Switch 2 in the beginning of the videos like 5 times.
Yeah.
Try to.
So we're going to talk about Nintendo Switch 2. Shocking tonight. We have a nice little set list going here. We got Genki is being sued by Nintendo. Joy-Cons have a special.
That sucks.
Special, like a secret feature of Joy-Cons. If you guys didn't know the secret feature, we're going to tell you what the secret feature is.
Oh, it is super top secret.
Yeah.
Nintendo definitely doesn't want you to know.
We're going to tell you right here. They don't want you to do it.
We're going to let you know about it.
It's not a built-in feature.
They don't.
And then, of course, Switch orders are getting canceled, question mark? I don't know. We're going to talk about it. We already got some people in our live chat saying that their order were canceled last week, so we're going to talk about it. Although I think this is where this comes from this week is kind of not a ton. It's Walmart this week, but there's other
things. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, and then of course accessories as well. Like we're gonna talk about that because tariffs are coming for them too, and we're gonna talk about that. But
Yeah.
hey, how you doing, Drip? Welcome to the Bush Apple Podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good, just enjoying a bush apple. I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Can we
How
get
about
a
you?
Can we get a Bush Apple counter? I'm not gonna do it in editing. So I'm too lazy for that. But I think wants to count the amount of times we say Bush Apple in this episode. Actually, there we go. Whoever counts the Bush Apples and lets us know what they are is gonna win a game code.
Yes. Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. And that's not a joke.
Ultimate Games?
Not a joke.
No, it's
real
not.
Yeah, it's not a joke. It's real. You can look it up. You can look it up on YouTube. There's a trailer for it and everything.
Yeah.
Tear down ships. It's a good one. But yeah, I got a code. We're gonna give it away. So give us a bush apple count at the end of the night. We'll get you a code.
Tell us in the comments down below if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Spotify, you can also do that. How many times we said bush apple in the chat, and the closest number to the correct answer will win. And how you may ask, how is Jeeb gonna know how many times he said bush apple if he's not gonna count? Moving on, Nintendo is being sued by. I'm not actually no, the other way around. Dyslexia. Genki is being sued by Nintendo. It's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening. And if you guys recall, this was like a story from like what was it, January? It was CES. It was CES.
It was last year. It was last year.
Okay, it
had to be. It was before, I think, or was it January? No. Or was it January? I don't remember. It was before Nintendo let us know what the Switch 2 actually looked like. Genki was just out there saying they got it on the January because it was CES. Thank you. Yes. Okay, it was January. I thought it was before that. Either way, it's before Nintendo released the official trailer for the Switch 2, and they basically they came out with a 3D print of the thing. They had it on videos. They put logos on it. They did all the things you're not supposed to do. And then they also just went ahead and said that they got it on the black market. Now, whether they did or not,
that is not a smart move.
Whether they did or not, I don't think even matters at this point. Like the fact that you said that, and I gotta be honest. Listen, I am in contact with them. They are really, really nice people. Like really, really, really cool people. One of the videos I did last year, my Switch Lite bag. What's in my bag? Switch Lite edition. 99% of the stuff was their product. Their stuff is really, really good.
Drip's really easy.
They were showing
Drip's
off.
really easy to be sold out. If you just send him a bunch of free stuff, he'll just talk good about you.
That's not true. I have stuff here that's free stuff that I don't like at all. I just won't talk about that. I do like their stuff. Actually, I got one of their things.
I respect that about you.
The other day.
I respect that about you because that's the way you operate your channel. Like you talk about the things that you like. So if you talk about it in a video and you don't say that, especially that you don't like it, it's because you like it. You're making a video about it. It's because you like it.
Right. If I don't like it, I'm not going to make a video about it.
Yeah,
if I don't like it, I don't. Unless it's something that I'm like, this is terrible and people need to know this so they don't buy it.
Yeah.
But if it's just like my opinion on it, like, no, this is not something I like. I don't really, there's no need to just bash it for no reason. No, right here. The doc, covert doc. This doc's fucking awesome. I love this doc. That was in my bag. They make good shit is the point. I'm worried for them. I am genuinely worried for them at this point. Because it's not like you're dealing with just anybody and they're going to be like, well, just don't do that again. Like, whatever. Settle out of court for nothing. Like, Nintendo comes for the throat.
Yeah.
They come for the throat. Like, you don't mess with their shit, especially in that way. Like, they came out here with Switch 2 logos on stuff. I mean, they had it at 100% accurate, too.
Yes.
Like, if you remember the stuff that they were showing, it even had I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, it had the colors underneath the sticks, just like the actual Switch 2 does, right?
Honestly,
on their renders?
That I don't remember because what I remember from the CAD renders is all the monotone colors, so we didn't see any color.
Yeah,
so
well, they had a video that they were playing at CES.
I believe you if that's what it was.
But I mean, I did get to see some of that stuff afterwards, like just what they sent that I could see. They have a lot of it on their website now, but like some of those things are really cool. Like they have this one thing. It's basically a Joy-Con grip and charging system. It's like a base, and then you put your Joy-Cons on these little like they're like Joy-Con grips, but then they like sit in that charging mechanism and they just like charge there. It's like basically a controller thing. It's really cool. It's a lot. I don't know. It's just better done than I've seen anybody else do anything like that for Joy-Cons. That's just a little thing. They've got controllers that they're going to put out. They've got two grips. They got two grips that I'm like super excited to try, but like I'm genuinely afraid that this stuff's just not going to come out.
Well, yeah,
like,
yeah.
They may be going under, man.
For Genki specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if they're even going to be able to get through this.
Yeah, I'm worried. I don't have a relationship with Genki. I know you do. I've heard only good things from everybody, including I think our buddy Sergio from It Came From a Box. I think he talks really good
he
about
loves
them as well.
Yeah.
In terms of their stuff, but also the guys,
the people. Yeah, they're great people. Yeah, the people that I've talked to, everyone I've talked to is just extremely nice, extremely cool. Easy to work with, and that does make a big difference to me anyway, because I do work with a lot of people, and there aren't a lot of people that are easy to work with.
Yeah,
especially it seems like in what I do, not even just like the video game stuff, but like photography stuff, things in general. Like people are just very difficult to work with.
Kind of parallel. Well, actually, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
I was thinking about your vape stuff because.
Yeah, I mean. That was different. There was a lot of difficult people to work with them. They're good people. That's the point. This sucks. I hate the fact that this is happening to them, but it's like you brought this on yourself.
Yeah, I feel really bad for them because it sucks that Nintendo's like picking on them because it's not like they were the only ones who did this. I think they just said some certain magic words that may have
did it.
It may have been it could have been a litany of things. I think our buddy Andrew in the chat here is saying they even shut off the optical sensor of the Joy-Cons in their promo video.
Yeah, they did in the promo video. And it was in the That's where people saw it the first time. They were like, "Oh my god, is this a mouse mode? Like, is this what this is? Is there going to be some type of weird mouse thing?" That was where all that came from originally. Those leaks or whatever, the rumors that it was going to have a mouse mode or whatever. And I don't know. It's just I know what they were doing. But I think they just really got way too deep in the woods with it for their own good. Because I mean, what else was anybody talking about at that time? CES is a huge show. It's huge. What was the internet talking about? The gaming space anyway.
Yeah, I'm seeing
they were talking about Genki. That's it.
Yeah.
So I mean that part worked, but I don't know.
I'm seeing this from Jeff here. I'm learning this right here live with you guys. Jeff is saying it was in the trademark. It was the trademark infringement in their Genki Direct that aired the same time as the Switch 2 event. Did they really do something like? Did they really show off accessories during the exact same time?
They did. I know they did. It's on their Instagram. I saw where they were promoting it. I have not seen it.
I feel like they just.
I did see that it was a thing though.
They went too far, one too many times. It sounds like if that's
everything that they were doing is just they were putting logos on stuff they shouldn't have been putting. And I mean, there was also, you have to remember this too. At CES, not only were they doing that, I think it was Saturday when all that was going on, or maybe it was Friday. I can't remember what day. Whatever day that was, where stuff really started to hit the news and everybody was making videos on it and everybody was talking about it. You realize the next day they were gone.
Yes.
Gone from the show.
That much I do remember about this is, yeah, like you just said, they
were gone.
They were at CES. They were showing off this stuff. The black market was out there. Like, oh, they have a Switch. They're showing a Switch 2 to everybody.
Well, and if you've ever been involved in an event,
the next day
they're gone.
They're gone from the show floor.
And if you've ever been involved in an event like that you don't pay for your spot daily. Normally, it's you pay a price for the weekend. Like you stay the entire time at those types of shows. I used to do those types of shows whenever I was doing photography and like the vaping stuff. I had my own booth. Yeah, you go in Friday, you set up, and then you got Saturday, Sunday, or whatever it is. That's the way it works. But they were gone. I mean, there was rumors that Nintendo had, they didn't just come in there with ninjas, but I mean, there was rumors that people were in there talking to them, Nintendo lawyers, like, hey, we got to talk to you here. Oh, I'm seeing what you're showing here.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeff. Tell me to Google it, which was a smart idea. They got some good stuff here. But
that's the one. That's the one right there.
It's the thumbnail.
I love that.
The thumbnail of this. They totally parodied. How do you? What's the plural?
Parodied.
Parodied. There. Thank you. They definitely parodied. What? Huh? I'm broken. What happened? They definitely copied Nintendo's logos for a Direct. And listen, everyone does that. Everyone. YouTube
a
does
lot
that.
of people do that, man. And like, I'm sorry.
I think
you can't.
Here's my point: is that nothing they did was bad. It was the amount of things that they did that were towing the line or going over the line. They did one too many of those.
There's that thing I'm talking about. I'm behind on what you're showing everybody, but like this stuff's cool. Like, look how cool these products are.
These are great products,
and they have the little thing on the back too. The what's it called? The same thing that's on my phone. The MagSafe. The circle, yeah. All that they have a little charger that's MagSafe because their cases have the MagSafe circle on it. You could just put the little charger on the back and then plug it into the top. Like, their whole system's awesome. I'm afraid we're not even going to see any of it now.
Yeah,
I just hope I get my review units still, even if they if they can't get them out to the masses. If something happens, I hope at least we get review units out for for scientific purposes.
I have a question here. I think it's an obvious answer to it, but is anyone next strip? Like, is Nintendo coming after anybody else here? Is this the first time?
See, and that's the thing. That's the thing, because they weren't the only ones talking about the Switch 2 before the Switch 2 was out. We had so many other companies out here we had people on Amazon, just random companies from China throwing stuff up on Amazon. We had D-Brand, who has their own fair share of lawsuits and problems with Sony and whoever else. I mean, they were out here talking about their case, but then again, if you go back and look at their marketing, the Switch that they had was still blue and red Joy-Cons, and it was inside of a case. You never saw it opened. All you could see was there were blue and red Joy-Cons, and you couldn't see anything about it.
Yeah.
So that was different. That was different. I don't think they didn't use any logos. They didn't use any names, any branding. I mean, everybody kind of knew what it was for, obviously. Who else had their stuff out early? I mean, I think Skull & Co. had stuff out early, too.
Yeah, they did. Satisfye. They all did.
Satisfye did, too.
Everyone, especially by January, before the January 5th reveal, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody had their stuff out by then, because it got to a point where the leaks were so egregious that everyone was just like, all right, show it what we got.
As soon as one person starts doing it, it's like, what, are we going to be left behind?
Right,
like, everybody's going to be pre-ordering their stuff. We want to give them a chance to pre-order ours.
Yeah. On the screen, I have...
It's a slippery slope. It's a very, very slippery slope. The problem is how far they took it. This is why they're being singled out. This is why they are the ones that are getting the blunt of this this blow. It sucks.
Not blunt. Brunt.
Brunt.
We're not smoking blunts.
Brunt. Well. Okay, no, we're not. You're right.
Day. On screen, Drip, I have the image of that thumbnail I was talking about, which we did. Our podcast did the same exact thing. We played around with that format, like we didn't call it the Genki Direct or like Drip. I forget what I called it or whatever, but like we did this very similar thing. It's nothing. It's not egregious. I think it's a timing of it and
see that. Can you share that with me so I can take a look at that?
It's in general in our Discord, thanks to Jeff.
It's so small.
In general, in our Discord, in the podcast.
I'm looking.
Jeff. Thanks to Jeff. But yeah, I mean, it's
thank you, Jeff.
Nothing crazy. It's not like egregious. It's a parody. It's what it is. It's honestly there's nothing wrong with it. SNL does it every single week.
Dude. That's what they're pissed about?
And the image we're looking at, I believe it looks like it's straight from the lawsuit. So that's the copyright infringement. So I think
first off, it's not even the same. Like, dude,
there's nothing that
really.
There's nothing about. I think what it is, they actually might even lose this. Like, Nintendo might lose this. I don't know.
Well, the problem is it doesn't matter. Nintendo has all the money in the world to keep throwing at it.
Right.
And
but
Genki
aren't
does
they
not.
protected under parody or however that works? Like, should they be protected under that?
I'm not sure, because is this even happening in the United States? Is this lawsuit going down in the United States? Where is it even happening?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Because the laws of wherever it's happening are what matters, not the laws here. And I don't know either, to tell you the truth.
Right.
Not a law expert.
I feel like
this is not legal advice.
No, not any. And we're also not experts. Just shouting that out into the Ethernet.
On anything. Yeah, we have to make sure we say that every episode. We are not experts.
We're not experts. Although if you love our show and you think we are, that's great. It's a compliment, but we're not experts. I think this is just an excuse for Nintendo to go out. It's kind of like how the Power Word thing. They found one thing they could go after that it had some ground to stand on, and are going with that, even though it was kind of flimsy. This is kind of flimsy. If this is what they're suing. If this is what they're suing about, this is flimsy as crap. I mean, this is parody. It should be protected. It should be allowed to do that. If this
so is this? I mean, I want to know. I mean, I just feel like this can't be it. This can't be it. It has to be what they did at CES, talking about bootleg Nintendo Switch 2s and this.
But what if they were? What if it was all bullshit? What if they had nothing?
It doesn't matter. I mean, they're still saying that. They're still showing. Well, they're still showing their intellectual property on a screen with renders. They're showing it before. They're not supposed to have that. Either way, they've taken something that they're not supposed to have and shown it out when they're not supposed to do it. I mean, if we're talking about U.S. law, I'm pretty sure there's something there. I don't know exactly what it is. But you can't do that.
We're filling in gaps because I don't think we know exactly what's going on. I don't think we know exactly what happened at CES. We heard stuff, but we don't know exactly what happened, and we don't know exactly. We do. I mean, we can look at the lawsuit. It's public and see exactly what's going on there. But so we don't do that. We just didn't do our research because we're not experts and not professional. But if we were, we would have had that information for you. But as far as CES stuff, I feel like this, in my guesstimation, what's happening here is they pissed off Nintendo and they found something that Nintendo found something.
I think everybody pissed off Nintendo.
Oh yeah, Nintendo.
I think that's the thing. I think Nintendo was very mad about this entire situation. They found this and they were like, "Yep, this is the one. This is the one we make an example of. It's big enough. There's so many things." Because I mean, think about it. What was anybody else talking about during CES? Nobody was talking about anything other than Genki having the Switch 2 basically there. That's all they were talking about. I mean, it blew up in their face. I just hope they make it through it. I love their stuff. All their new stuff for the Switch 2 looks super cool. I hope they make it through it. And I hope nobody else gets hit.
I hope people's side rails of their Switch 2 Joy-Cons make it, because I think a lot of people are going to be going to AliExpress, paying $5 for these plastic tabs and breaking their black ones on their Joy-Con to get these new ones installed. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't have pictures. I'm stupid. I didn't have the pictures pulled up.
There, in the Discord, in general.
I do.
Thanks again to Jeff.
Oh, Jeff is just supplying our podcast this week. So
yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Nintendo, actually not Nintendo at all. This is who discovered this? Somebody on Twitter or something posted this up, that AliExpress is selling new side pieces for the Joy-Con that match the color. That match the what's up, baby? That match the color of your Joy-Cons. We need like a pimp sound effect, like
like a whistle. I don't have that. I'm sorry.
Bitch, no, that's offensive. Somebody's probably offended by that.
I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. I'm just sorry. I was gonna. Yeah.
Maybe
okay. Anyway,
you hunted on a horse. But yeah. So they're basically what these color pieces are. They're little pieces of plastic that are held into the Joy-Con by tabs. The purpose of them, why they exist in the first place, is to cover the screw holes that are on the Joy-Con, more seamless look. So that's their purpose. They're not meant to be swapped out for different colors. And in fact, if you ask my opinion, this is all stupid, because the only color you can add to these Joy-Cons are going to be these red and blue to match the undercarriages of the sticks and the entire rails of both things. It's like people are talking about, oh, this opens up so much customization.
No,
if you are doing a full shell reswap, it does. Yes.
Yeah. If you can move all the other stuff out that's red and blue and get it off there.
It does
that's
that
cool.
for that, but it doesn't do anything else for these stock Joy-Cons. If you're just trying to pop off these plastic pieces and add these ones on, these are the only colors you're gonna be able to add. So I don't know.
Or else it's gonna look stupid. I mean, I guess you get like the opposite and have some red over on the other side and some blue over on the other side. But like, I don't know. You know what would be cool about this? I think I was looking at these earlier today and I thought, like, to make these like an actual functional change, it would be cool if maybe they had like a rubber texture on the outside. So like when you put them in, it gave you that extra grip. You know what I mean on the
Mhm.
edges, so it actually did something. Like I could see it if that's what these were. That's cool. And I mean, I got to be honest, I want more black on my Switch. I love the fact that the
I
Switch
agree.
is just matte black all the way through. I wish under the sticks was also black and the rail system was also. I don't need any color. I really wish they would have put an all black system out.
I'll say this: I wish the rails were black, but the under the sticks, I actually really like that. I just wish that they sold an all black edition as well.
Yeah.
But I really like the touch of color rather than boom neon Joy-Cons, which is
neon. Yeah,
it gets old.
I'm wondering
after a
what they're
while.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm wondering what they're gonna go with as far as colors and things like that for this generation for special editions and stuff too. Just seeing that these come off now, it does make me think like, is that going to be a point that they have like designs coming down the sides on those little things? Because that's a cool thing that they could print now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it used to just be on the front of the Joy-Cons. I don't have any handy. I do.
Yeah, it used to be like color sandwich, front and the back, and now like you have the
Yeah.
front, the back,
Like
and the
the
sides
Zelda
to play
ones
with.
especially. Like you can tell like they did not want to print where it started the curve here.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
print
that's a
stops
great
right
point.
there. And they had like a little bit on the back of these. And like the Splatoon ones are really cool on the back. But think about that, how cool that would be if you had something like some type of like Hylian text or something on these Zelda ones, like down the side. Like
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Like things like that, opening up new ways to do special editions, I'm all about. I mean, I love special editions, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see these things being that handy or like important. I guess they look cool.
People
if
are
you want
talking
more
about
color.
them. People are talking about them like they're going to be like the thing. Like people were comparing it to 3DS tops where you could pop
Absolutely
like
not.
It's not even close to that. Like
Yeah, no.
it's harder. They're going to be way harder to get off than you think. I'll be honest. I think people are going to at first. I'm sure when people get used to it, they'll be fine. But people are going to break these. They're going to break them. Like it's going to be broken off. Someone's going to spudge it the wrong way, not understand how the clips function, and or break the clips, or worse, snap it in half in general. So
It looks like a lot of them are just guides, though. It looks like there's 2 actual clips, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 guides.
I just don't
Just
think
kind of
like,
make sure they seat in properly.
The comparison to the 3DS customization.
Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah,
is
no,
it bad?
I'm sorry,
it's bad
we're not there.
because that anybody could just use your hands, boop, and then boop, a new one on. Whereas these, you need a tool, you know, a plastic spudger, and you need to be very careful not to, one, snap the clips in, but number 2, snap the whole thing in half and be without side pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not at all like the 3DS. This is not customization like that at all. On top of the fact that unless you're doing a full shell swap, which at that point you're already doing a full shell swap, you're not gonna be able to use any other colors besides blue and red. So
I mean, I guess you could find colors that look decent with them, or you could do this. What if they sold it? They don't have to be blue and red. They could do just like what I said. They could still be black, but have like Zelda designs down the side or whatever. You know, you could do it.
But then you need to
but then
match
again-
the exact black that's already there, and that's not going to happen, especially with AliExpress crap. And
Not this early.
It's gonna be
Not
different
this early.
textures.
Yeah,
it's going to be
you know,
different.
It's
paint.
tough to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's tough to do that. The shell swap, though, like that's an interesting idea.
Yeah,
Just having extra pieces, like where you can do different colors of things. You could really make some wild looking Joy-Cons. Think about that. You've got the color under the sticks, the front shell, the side shell, the back shell, and the buttons. Like you could really make some wild looking stuff with these, which I would love to do. I'm still wondering about those sticks. Is that a cover or is that part of the stick housing?
I don't know yet. It looks like the shaft of the stick is white too. If you look in there, did you see that in person? I think this.
I tried to look. I did try to look at that. Actually, that was something. That was like one of the first things. It was so dark in there.
Yeah.
And in the place where I got to hold the switch that was off, it was sitting on these pedestals, and the light was literally shining directly into my eyes. So like even trying to see it was. They really made it difficult to look at anything really, really close there.
Yeah.
It was
either way,
very bad.
I think
lighting.
The cool part about this is not the customization from the user end. It's going to be for if you're doing a full shell swap, you have more options. The companies have more options to play around with different colors because you'd have.
I want to see those. I want to see those as rubber
or textures. Right, that's cool too.
I think the texture would be cool. It doesn't have to be rubber. You're right. It could just be like
drop protection. Add a little drop protection. Honestly, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could make them. You could make them out of Nerf foam.
Yeah, there you go. And like you said a minute ago, special editions can play with that too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I mean, they're cool. They're cool. I don't think they're nothing like 3DS faceplates or anything like that.
No.
But they're all right. That's cool. I mean, they're fine. I'm gonna keep mine black. Probably not gonna mess with those.
You know it's not fine, Drip? Excuse me.
You tell me what's not fine.
My burping from Bush Apple. That's what's not fine. I tried to stop that, but it's happening no matter what. Bush Apple, Bush Apple, Bush Apple. If you say Bush Apple 3 times, the Bush Apple man comes out. Yeah, what's his name? What's his name, Abby, the actor? Who's the actor that plays Beetlejuice? He's the guy. What is his name?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton pops out wearing like red and white pinstripes with the Bush Apple logo on him.
God.
Red frizzy hair.
Anyway,
like Bush
Good
Apple,
Lord.
Bush Apple, Bush Apple. Michael Keaton's canceling Switch orders. It's him. He's doing it. That's what's happening. If you say Bush Apple 3 times, Michael Keaton pops out and cancels your Switch 2 order. Oh, hey, I like your shirt. I just noticed that. Nice shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I love that shirt. I don't sell it anymore.
No problem.
That's nice.
It's fine.
I
I wear it. You're wearing my band shirt.
I wear
actually,
your band
today, too.
shirt. Look at us, broing out. It's great.
No big deal. No big deal. Yeah. So Michael Keaton is canceling everyone's Switch orders at Walmart.
That's right.
It's terrible. That's awful, and I feel bad for the people that got it at Walmart. You should have came and got in line with me at GameStop.
Yeah.
But they're canceling pre-orders too, from what I hear.
GameStop? In person?
It's not. No, they're canceling what they are finding as double orders or bots or things like that.
I guess we could start there. Let's start there because this is obvious. And actually, these cancellations are actually a really good
Target
thing.
did it too.
Some people are twisting this, and some outlets are twisting this to make it a negative thing, like, oh, orders are being canceled. Check your orders. No, what they're doing is they're going through the orders. And number one, you have to follow rules, and the rules were only one Switch per house, and also, of course, no bot orders. But of course, people got away with that as well. They're gonna and have got away with it. But the retailers are doing their best, and that's what this is. It's the first wave, and honestly, they're gonna keep looking at throughout the whole process. But retailers are looking at orders and going, oh, well, this may be 2 different accounts, but there's 2 Switches going to the same address, so we're canceling one because the rules are no, you only one per household. So they're canceling,
one shipping,
they're canceling those orders. So if you tried to game the system and for some reason you chose the same place to get 2 pre-orders at, that's not, you got to do different places, bro. Do different places because that's how you get multiple Switches. But if you chose one retailer to do that, one of your orders is going to get canceled. So those are getting canceled, but more importantly, bot orders are getting canceled. So if you use the bot to order a bunch of Switches, they're somehow, I don't know how they do it, but they're
you're an asshole. First of all, you're an asshole.
And and they're looking into that. The retailers are looking into that and canceling those orders as well. So yes, orders are getting canceled, but in a good way. Now this story came out yesterday. Well, actually, I shouldn't skip that far ahead yet, because then the thing where I should go next is Target was the first announcement of orders getting canceled, and people were saying that their orders were just being canceled, like regular people's orders. My guess is, if I had to guess, that those were mistake cancellations because they thought you were something that you weren't. That'd be my guess. Or number 2, they didn't have the.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They sold too many pre-orders. They sold too many pre-orders.
How do they tell? Like, what if they're like? I mean, how do you tell? Like, oh, this is a bot. Like, I'm sure there are ways to mask that. I'm sure there are some people getting their pre-orders canceled because they're like, this looks like a bot, and then some person's like, what the hell? I'm not a bot. I'm sure that's happening, but it's not a lot. The Walmart thing, that's the newest one. The Walmart thing is the one that's happening now, which is also kind of being blown out of proportion.
Yes.
It looks like it's basically their website, which again, we'll talk about that. I want to talk about that a little bit more too. Well, so it looks like their website is basically just having glitches where it just shows that people have not even pre-ordered the thing. It's not even canceling it. It just shows that they haven't pre-ordered it.
So I have a pre-order at Walmart. It's not mine. It's my brother's. So I ordered it from my account from him. As soon as this news broke, I went and checked, and his order is, I can see it, still valid.
Yeah, that wasn't like an issue for everyone, like across the board. It was it was just some people. But then there's other stuff too. There's other stuff going on here. This got blown out of proportion completely. because of people not understanding how this works. So we talked about this. Was this last week or was it? Oh no, it was when we were on Mike's podcast last week, last Friday.
Mhm.
Everybody was talking about the pre-orders, and they were like, "Yeah, so you have to have." Somebody was asking, like, "Oh, do you have to have like the? Do you have to have the money?" Because that's why I went to GameStop and did what I did because I didn't want to have to put all the money up. But the way it works is you do have to have the money up front when you order from Walmart, and they will take it, they will hold it, but then they will put it back in your account later on. But you have to hold on to it because they are coming back for it. They didn't cancel your order. A lot of people are like, "Oh no, my order's been canceled," but it hasn't. It's just they were holding the money to make sure you had it to secure your order.
Yeah,
and then they give it back. They're not going to just take the money. That's the way they've done that for a long time.
Yeah. So I'm not. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. There's a lot of people thinking that their stuff has been canceled because of that, and also probably because there really are people having their orders canceled because they're being mistaken as bots. Again, this kind of goes back to what I was talking about when we first started our pre-order talk weeks ago. Like these websites just are not built for this, and as much as it looks like they are trying to at least do something about the bots now and then get the orders to real people, like the system still doesn't work. People are getting their stuff canceled, and they're being mistaken for bots. I know it's not that many, but it is happening. It is happening, and I mean, just the pure chaos that it was trying to get one of these things online. The day that it happened was insane. With the night that it happened, excuse me. Well, and the morning, because I looked at GameStop's website that morning too, and it was crazy. I couldn't even get on. It just crashed.
Yeah. That's a different conversation as far as the retailers, how they're not built for this yet. I mean, we live in such a digital world these days. It's getting more and more digital by the second. I mean, they're building these data centers all over the country that are just like electricity mining facilities that are, or no, it's data mining facilities that are made for data collection for things like Chat GPT and et cetera, et cetera. All the what's that called? AI. All the AI stuff.
Yeah. Yes. AI. Good job.
And they're utilized. It's just crazy. Like our power grid's getting affected by this because of how much these data centers are eating energy. And we need to build more nuke facilities and other power energy sources. And it's crazy, man. And the fact that in this day and age where we're doing all that, a place, Best Buy, for example, although they were the best example, as I feel like their website was the most stable. But
I will say no, and I guarantee they were, because man, when I get a pre-order from somewhere that I have to do it online, that's the spot.
A place,
because it's very straightforward, very simple.
I'll say,
and their website's not crashing.
Best Buy aside, now I won't use Best Buy as an example because they're a good example, but back to Walmart.
Yeah,
a place like
Target.
Walmart, a bajillion-dollar corporation that makes a kajillion dollars a day. They can't invest in their web to have the best website. Period. I mean, Amazon,
or at least just at least some type of extra hosting or something when that something like this is going to happen, just so everything goes smoothly, so people can at least access your site. Yeah.
So it's mind-boggles me how these companies don't have websites, bless you, that are super, super reliable on days like these in particular. But yeah, as far as people, the real cancellations, I think we did have something in our chat earlier that said Target canceled their order last week, which is crazy. I mean, we're almost.
Yeah, it seems like the Target stuff is just bots, double orders, or whatever their system is thinking. Yeah, that you're a bot or a double order.
Which that person obviously is a real person, I imagine, I assume. But they're saying that their order got canceled. They're not a bot. So I mean, unless that person also bought two, like I said earlier, some people were buying two from the same account and the same address, you can't do that. You're gonna get the one's gonna get canceled. So I don't know. But this Walmart,
I think there's a lot more of that happening out there than actual cancellations. I think it's people not understanding that their money's coming back into their account. That is a thing.
Yeah, Jake Randall on Twitter pointed that out. Which I'm not familiar with Jake Randall, although I've heard that they keep people updated, kind of like Wario 64.
You know what? I haven't looked at any of his stuff during this whole Switch 2 thing, but I do remember him like he was like the guy for the PlayStation 5.
I've heard that too.
Back when all that was happening, I do remember him from that. And yeah, everybody mentions his name when you talk about this. If you're trying to find somebody to follow, if you haven't got a pre-order yet,
yeah, sounds like a good person to follow.
Yeah, him on Twitter. That's he's doing the quick tweets if they're going back up places. And I mean, he like
I'm not sure
he does live stuff.
I'm not sure if you pointed this out, Joe, but just Jake's pointing out on his Twitter that these are just pending authorizations that are just being returned.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like they will take the money out to be like, okay, you have the money, you get your pre-order, but they're not going to hold it. They give it back to you, and then they will try to take it a few days before. And if you don't have the money, then your order is going to get canceled. And that'll probably be, I mean, if it's an in-store pickup, it'll probably still be shipped to that store, but it'll be sat on the shelf to sell to somebody.
Yep.
That's another thing too people have to remember. It seems like there are probably going to be Switch 2s. I mean, we already talked about this. I think it was in the pre-show, or was it on the actual show? The Costco thing.
I don't remember, but yeah.
Costco's going to have them on the 5th, supposedly in store.
Yeah.
5:30 with the expansion pack included for a year.
That was a pre-show.
And Mario.
That was the pre-show.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, like they're gonna have them. I would bet other places are gonna have them too. One place, and I don't know about everybody's Target, but if like around here, when it comes to like day of stuff, my Walmarts are terrible. They're really bad. My Target though, they are on it. And there's this one guy at Target. I feel like maybe he like has seen my videos or something and like recognizes me but doesn't say anything. It's like a very weird vibe I get when I go in there from this guy. But like when I go back there, he always seems to know what I'm there for. Like one time I went in there for the Animal Crossing Sanrio cards and I was looking for them, and he came up to me and was like, "Are you looking for the Animal Crossing cards?" I was like, "Yes." He's like, "I have some behind the counter. Just come on over here." I was like, "Oh, okay." And the same thing happened. It's happened several times there with the same guy. But usually, day of stuff, Target's like the spot that I go to first. I mean, GameStop, yeah, but they don't open until like 4 in the fucking afternoon. So, I mean, there's plenty of places you can check before that.
Normally it's just games I'm buying these days. I mean, it's not often you buy a console in store these days. It's really just when something drops big, at least for me. I mean, actually, I've not. The last console I bought in a store was Xbox 360 in Walmart in 2012.
Dang.
No, that's actually not true. That's not true. I did buy a Switch Lite in Walmart in 2020, but
that's weird.
That wasn't for launch.
Because I've bought like every single console I can think of. I've gone to the store and bought it.
The only
at least went to the store to pick it up. So
I've only owned 2 consoles in my entire life that were brand new from a store. The Xbox 360 from Walmart I bought. It was when the 360 was at the end of its life, very at the end, and I just wanted to upgrade to the black model, the slim model. It was like $200. It was well after its prime. But yeah. I did that. It was that was high school for me, so into high school. So I just thought that was kind of fun to do, like upgrade my Xbox, because I was a big Xbox fan back then, believe it or not, guys.
Yeah, you were.
And then in 2020 when we wanted a regular Switch, but Walmart only had the Switch Lite. So we got that brand new in store. I mean, it's a Switch Lite. It came in the worst box ever with a charger, and that was it. Nothing special.
That's a nice box. Don't talk shit.
Nothing special about the Switch Lite. It wasn't an experience. And then we bought the OLED. Abby bought the OLED. It was really her. I didn't buy that. It was really her. We bought the Switch Lite, but she really bought the OLED. That's her. That was her. The baby.
OLED. She has the Tears of the Kingdom one, right?
Yeah. The Tears of the Kingdom OLED. That was her baby. Yeah. That's been her thing. Hers from the.
That's the only one I got left as far as like my own Switch. Well, full size. I have the other Zelda Switch Lite. The rest of them have gone. I feel like I've got almost every special edition, but just the thing I have left of them is the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. And then just to wrap it up, I'm super excited to get my first definitely first launch day, but my first true like brand new system. Like the 360 was new, but it was very old at that point. I've been playing 360 for years when I bought that. This is like the first brand new console on launch day I've ever owned, and we're gonna like work. This is gonna be incredible to like experience.
Yeah, dude, this is my first console on launch day since the Wii.
Hey,
That's crazy because I didn't get the Switch.
The Wii U.
Yeah, well, I got it, just not on launch day. And the
Right.
Switch, I got it, just not on launch day because I couldn't get it. It was not possible.
Yeah.
This was before I knew all the tricks and
Right.
pre-order stuff. You know, I wasn't doing YouTube at the time. I didn't start YouTube for another 2 years. But no, I didn't get it. I had to buy some stupid ass bundle from GameStop with like, I mean, it had like a big like collector's edition of the guide for Breath of the Wild and like some stupid headphones that I ended up giving my kid. What else? It came with a bunch of weird stuff that I didn't want. I had to pay like $500 for it, but I got Breath of the Wild physical, which, you know, I don't have anymore, but whatever, it's fine.
Can't believe you sold that. I thought you're keeping.
Gave it
I thought
away.
you're keeping the Zelda stuff.
Nah, I'll get it back. I was going to keep all the Zelda, but it's like right now I'm not really that worried about it because it's all backwards compatible.
Right.
Like that was the big problem with Nintendo for the longest time is it wasn't backwards compatible. So it's like, oh, I gotta have a physical disc and the system so I can play, you know, Wind Waker, which actually still is a problem. I still need that for Twilight Princess, which I do have. But other than that, at this point, I don't know. They're all there. They're digital. They're coming with me. So I don't know.
Let's wrap up with this conversation. I find this more interesting because, of course, the cancellations, for the most part, aren't really happening. Although if you out there have gotten your legitimate order canceled, we want to hear about it. Let us know in the comments down below. But this is a concern for me. Now, I did get this from you, part of your editing payment. This guy here, this Neo Grip.
Yes, we have our own free trade system going.
We do.
on.
Yeah, you got a PlayStation Portal.
Yep, trinkets and items for goods and services.
That's right. So prestigious. But anyway, I pre-ordered my satisfye beat 'em ups edition, which I'm super excited about.
Let me ask you this about that specifically. Did you buy the one with the beat 'em ups case?
Yes, I did.
You went for the old $69.99, did you?
I sure did.
I'm looking at it right now.
got
It's very nice.
I got how many percents off? I got like 20% off because that was his code. So I ended up paying still. I think I paid $70 after shipping and tax. But I got basically $20 off of it. It would have been 90 or something close to it without that percentage off because Satisfy doesn't do free shipping.
Dude, that case is super cool, actually.
I know. It's the Switch Lite color. Remember the Switch Lite blue Satisfy color? Specifically, the Switch Lite had that turquoise blue. We owned that case. That case was beautiful. My favorite case ever. And we sold that with my Switch Lite when I sold that a long time ago.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm looking
But this
at
is the same. I can't wait to have this edition. Although I don't know when, or God forbid if I'm even going to have this thing because you know more about it than I do. I just know that what I've heard from rumors is that.
I mean, that's all I've heard too.
Oh, okay,
but they seem to be getting more and more prevalent as we go along here.
Yeah.
That these things are getting delayed. Okay, so when you ordered yours, it was supposed to be delivered to you in the spring.
I believe.
Correct?
I don't want to. I'm not setting that in stone, but I believe I remember seeing on. Now I pre-ordered this the day after the Switch 2 pre-order, or actually, I ordered this thing the day after the original Switch 2 pre-order was supposed to come out. So like I pre-ordered this like a month ago.
Right. Well, right now on their website it's saying summer.
Right.
I'm looking at it right now.
I believe it started with spring, which would, in my eyes, that tells me it was not going to be there for launch, but it was going to be there for like 2 or 3 weeks after launch. And then now it says summer, which is obviously summer, which is like could be as late as August or September. That's scary, and that's before like this tariff nonsense that's going on, and it seems like the whole thing is in jeopardy. Period.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'm legit worried because they might just cancel people's orders because let me tell you something, the Chinese tariffs that they hold up more than doubles the price of whatever you're buying. So
yeah,
that means my
$70 ain't gonna cover it.
My grip, right?
Not even close.
My grip would be like, oh, by the way, I learned this too. I learned that it's not the MSRP price. They're not tariffing the MSRP price. They're
Right.
tariffing the cost of the goods. So whatever it costs
Right.
the reseller
Yeah.
or whatever
Yes,
sell to you. Right.
Yeah.
So not the MSRP. It's probably, I don't know what to get. We'll just say like half of that. I don't know what it is, but we'll just say half. But either way, that's going to
Say
make
it's $30
for over $100 grip. And,
Yeah, I mean,
and your $70 is not going to cover it. That I pre-order.
No.
With. So
and that is a big thing we're going to be dealing with going forward. And that's the thing too. I have not been following this super close. Obviously, I'm not a political guy. Not really my thing. I'm trying to stay a little bit up to date. Yeah. Follow Jeeb on Twitter for that. I'm trying to stay a little bit up to date on some of this stuff just because of obviously what we do here, what I do on my own channel. And it really, especially on my own channel, really kind of is driven by this type of stuff. You know, I have a pile of stuff here that's all obviously been here already. I know there's other stuff on the way, and I know it's coming directly from China. So some people are like, whatever, like, you know, we're going to get it over there. Whatever, it's worth it. But, I mean, I know Satisfy, since we're talking about them, I reached out to them because I haven't talked to them in a while since the, what was it? The Zen Grip, the first one, or the Ronin, excuse me, the Ronin. When that came out, they sent one over so I could take a look at it, do a video on it, whatever. I haven't talked to them since that. And I reached out and they were like, yeah, we're going to be sending that stuff out, but like, we don't have any review units even ready yet. They're like, just reach back out, like once the Switch is out. I was like, oh. So like, they're not even talking about review units at this point. And those are usually the ones they get out first so they can start the process of trying to get word of mouth around, to try to sell more, to try to get the pre-orders. They don't even have that. That's where I'm like, that's interesting to me.
Yeah, that's telling. It's telling that they're concerned and struggling over there right now with what's going to happen with this launch of their product.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm
Possibly.
concerned.
I mean,
I'm
not 100%. Not 100%. It could be nothing.
This is not just Satisfy that this affects. This affects every third-party manufacturer of Switch accessories because, like, I don't know the number exactly. I'll tell you right now, it's an extremely high number of these third-party accessory companies that manufacture in China.
Or are just from China.
Or are just from China. Because China
and that's the thing. It's not going to affect
inexpensive
them.
goods. It's cheaper.
It's just going to affect them selling to us. Yeah, it's going to affect them selling to us. We are the ones who are going to be affected by it.
America. Yeah.
The American companies who are trying to manufacture in China and then get their stuff back here. And then Chinese companies who want to sell in America. Either way, I mean, it's not good. I mean, it ain't good. We're not going to get into, you know, political policies and bullshit like that here. This is not the place for that. But the fact that I think the biggest problem with all of it is there's no certainty. Yeah. Like, nobody knows what this is going to be next week. You know what I mean? Not even like in 6 months or in a year. It's like next week. And we kind of touched on this. We put a video out talking about this whole Xbox, Microsoft.
Yep.
The prices going up and stuff. We touched on this there. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch that when we're done here. But it's just it's uncertain. And that's where that's kind of where I think they ended up landing, you know, with Microsoft and the prices and what they're doing there. They had to just guess. They're just like, we don't know where this is going to be in a year. We don't know where it's going to be tomorrow. We don't know where it's going to be next week, but we can't keep bringing the prices up and down and here and there. We got to land on something and stick with it. And I mean, maybe that's what they're doing here. Maybe they're kind of like pushing back a little bit and waiting and pushing this release back because I mean, I would say at this point, you've pre-ordered it. Your price is probably locked in. But I mean, I don't know how many
price is
do
locked
they want to
sell.
sell.
My price is locked in, but they could just cancel it. They can just cancel my order.
They could. I don't think they will do that. I feel like that's like a very extreme way to go. I don't know. And I mean, my thing with this is a little different than it was my take on the whole Microsoft thing. My take on the whole Microsoft thing is it's not like we didn't know this guy was talking about tariffs and all this stuff was going to happen. Like, we heard this dude talking about this for a long time. And as a company of that size, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you should probably, whether he's going to be elected or not, we don't know, but like, you should probably start preparing for it if he is, and some shit goes sideways, and you need to get some systems in there. It's a little different when you're talking about these guys. They didn't, who knows when they actually got the actual measurements of the Switch 2 to be able to even start manufacturing these things, or if they even have started manufacturing these things yet. That's a completely different thing. So I can't really fault them when it comes to that, but I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
Hey, by the way, that accessory I was talking about earlier, I couldn't remember the name of it was a fixture, the fixture S2 for the OLED. That accessory they sponsored us a while back. That thing is pretty cool. The controller.
The fixture, on. Yeah. That thing's awesome. I didn't know that's what you're talking about.
Thank you, KD, for. That's from
I didn't know that's what you were talking about.
That's what I was talking about.
From the that goes the Pro controller.
That's right. Yeah.
I talked to him the other day, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you touched the Switch 2 controller. I need information. He says it in the same shape. I was like,
nah, they changed it a little bit.
Yeah. Yes and no. It's close. I don't know if it's gonna fit in that grip. Maybe. Have to see. But I mean, even him, that's just manufactured in China. All of it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to affect us, and we are at the point now, right now, in all this, where we're just barely in to what this is going to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're just now dipping our toes into what this whole China tariff bullshit is going to end up looking like for us here.
Yeah. And let me explain.
Unfortunately, it's going to affect us. It is going to affect us in every way. You think like, oh yeah, grocery store stuff. Yes, it's going to affect that. But like all the stuff we use for our game consoles, everything is manufactured in China. Everything.
Yeah. So if your if your product is already at sea, you are clear from the tariff because if your product was on the boat before the tariffs were announced, you're good. The issue is most companies, their products were sitting on the dock waiting to get on the boat, or weren't even manufactured yet, or they were manufactured but they weren't they basically weren't on the boat on the water is the key here. If your product was on the water by the time that Trump was doing his nonsense with the tariffs, then you're safe. But that's only certain products. That's why. And by the way, the boat takes months to get here. It takes like 2 months, 3 months to get here. So that's why when people are saying we haven't felt the effects yet, it's because we haven't felt the effects yet because those products that are on the water, it takes 2 months to get here. So they left the day. If they left the day that the tariffs were announced, they're not getting here for 3 months. Those products are still going to be at cost, like the regular cost. Those prices are not going to be upped, right? The issue is if your product was shipped after that, people are holding their stock at the dock. Yeah. They're holding their stock, and I don't want to get any more further into this because we're now getting into politics, which is not what the show is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just uncertain.
Just to explain to you how this works is that your shelves at the store, the products, the Switch, they're going to be coming. There will be some that are not affected by these prices, but about now, next few weeks is when it really starts to hurt us because everything at this point coming in from now on is tariffed goods.
Yeah, I can tell you this,
or not coming in at all. Because they left them at the dock.
We are going to know a lot more from what I see. Like I said, I am not an expert in this at all, but I have been trying to stay up with a little bit of it and learn a little bit about it just so I am in the know on, dealing with the people. Because I talk to people, around this time is when I start talking to all the people that are in China that deal with, the manufacturing of this stuff and the people who are on the sales teams who want to get it here for reviews, this and that. With everything I've seen, I would say around the 15th through the 18th of this month is when it's going to really start turning some heads and being a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's not a lot we can do about it except watch, wait, and see where these prices go, what products we actually get, what ones we don't, whether it's because they can't get here because of price or they're just being sued into next week by Nintendo. But We'll know all of those answers soon enough.
Indeed, and we know the answer to this episode, which is run its course and it's completed. So if you're watching the stream, hang on for a minute. We're going to do a quick after show, but for the rest of you guys hanging out in the video format or audio, we're going to sign off for now, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Later.
Stream! Hit that music, Drip.
I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have the Wii music?
Yeah. Nope, I don't have it. It's not on. I haven't put it back on here yet.
Well, I'm still playing the podcast intro, so welcome everyone to the after show. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. It's the after show. Welcome. We're here.
Andrew, that last thing you just said about the Sony overpriced PS5, you should go watch the video that we just put out about the Microsoft, the Xbox prices. We talked a lot about it in that video. Check it out after this, for sure. We go over all that.
Yes.
I don't know why that's the one I pressed.
It's gonna be me.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Matt? Good to see you, man. Did you get your card in the mail, Matt? Did you get it? Did you get yours, Drip?
Oh, I haven't been in my mailbox in days.
You should go to your mailbox. There should be a little card in there that is
oh my God.
That is an invitation to my wedding.
Handmade by Mrs. Jeeb herself.
It's not it's not an invitation, Miss Jeeb says. I'm sorry.
It's a save the date.
I'm a simple man who doesn't understand these things.
Idiot. It's a save the date.
Save the date. That's right.
The date's already saved.
I joke with Miss
Don't worry
Jeeb all
about
the
it.
time that she's the actually guy.
She is the,
It's a save the date, not a wedding invitation.
Oh.
Yeah. So you better get your ass down there, Matt Moran. Better see you in Chicago, in Aurora, Illinois.
Not down there. Not down. It's up there and over there for us. We're going, dude. Listen, we're going.
From Philadelphia, we say down for everything. We're going down to Canada. That's what we do. Going down to the North Pole. Well, that's where you're going. Gotta go down to the store. It's north.
Downtown. Yeah. Going downtown.
Going downtown. It's up. Makes a lot of sense to us.
Yeah, it's north.
We're going down
We're going
the
north
most
to
famous
downtown.
one is going down the shore. And if you're living in Philadelphia and you say that, you're actually going up to the shore. Because normally you're saying that you're going to Jersey shores. It does apply, though, if you're going to the Delaware and Maryland beaches. That is down the shore, indeed. But down the shore to New Jersey is not exactly proper. That's what we say.
No, it's not. Going down to Chicago from where we're at is also not even close, but we'll be there.
Matt's
Don't
going to
worry.
be there. Yay! I'm very excited, Matt.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, we're going to have a great
fun.
time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
You're sitting, Matt. You're sitting at the table with all the nut jobs, though. We're gonna have Inky, that one girl.
Oh, that's awesome.
You two, Coca Baby, Brett, Hero of Time, and if Mega Boy can make it, he'll be there as well. So
That's our table?
that'll be your table, yeah.
Fucking right. That's awesome. Dude, that's sick.
I want to sit at that table, but I have to sit at the
I
Tweedos
know,
with
dude.
the actually lady back there. Gross.
Ah, yeah. She's going to get up and smack you. You better watch
She's
out.
thinking, I can hear it in her voice. She already wants to come up and smack me.
Yeah. You're lucky you're live on the internet.
No, she'll still
There's
smack
nothing
me.
saving you right
She's done
now.
that. She's done that to me plenty of times before.
Yeah, well. Oh, man. Hey,
She's
you know
not
what?
abusive. I love her.
This is some after show material, and I have not got to talk to you about this even on our regular scheduled phone calls. Andor season 2.
Oh my god, dude.
What? Dude. Holy shit, right?
I tweet last night. I tweeted.
I know Moran's gonna say the same thing.
I tweeted last night that Andor season 2 is the best piece of television I've ever seen. And I mean,
oh man, listen.
it is the best television I've ever seen. It is so
Did
good.
you watch all of them last night?
Yes. How can you not?
Wow.
How can you watch one of those and not?
I know.
I know
dude.
it takes forever,
God, it's
but like
so hard. Yeah.
they're so it's moved. They put out.
It's amazing because they
movies.
put out a movie every week.
They put out a movie every week, and we can't get Mandalorian. We can't get one Mando movie.
I mean, I gotta
But we're
say,
getting 4
listen,
Andor movies.
as far as
that are probably gonna
as
be better
far
than
as
Mandalorian.
Disney, as far as Disney Star Wars goes, my favorite piece of Disney Star Wars, as far as the movies go, was Rogue One.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. I loved Rogue One. This takes everything about Rogue One that I love and turns it up to 11. Like, all of it. All those little beats that Rogue One had. This show takes all that, and season 1 was good. I really enjoyed season 1. Really liked it. This is on another level, though. This is crazy. Like, the shit has hit the fan with this. Like, and I don't want to do any spoilers because I see there's people that have only watched a couple episodes of last night, so we're not going to talk spoilers. But, dude, it's so good. It's just so well written, and, like, just the little beats. Like, the little things, the little, like, details, the little Easter eggs. Like, do you realize, you probably don't, but I'll tell you.
Please do.
Do you realize that this show and the years that they're going with and the things that are happening line up exactly perfectly with Rebels? Exactly. It's everything that was happening in Rebels, like the timelines of what was happening at the Yavin base and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it lines up perfectly with the seasons of Rebels and where those. It's awesome. It's awesome. Like, I would not be shocked if in the next 3 episodes we saw the Rebels crew, the crew of the Ghost, in Yavin, because that's about the time they would have been there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I hope we do.
It's so. All I can say without spoiling anything, it's so good. Like, it's just.
It's very well written. It's very well written. It's so deep. Like,
it's not just in my opinion, of course. It's not just the best Star Wars Disney TV I've watched. This is the best TV I've ever watched.
It's very good. It's
not even fair to call it.
I don't know if I'll give it that, but I will tell you, it's the best Star Wars Disney's done by a long shot.
It's not fair to call it TV. And I've watched plenty of shows, guys. I've watched, I know Lost is controversial, but that's great TV. Breaking Bad, that universe is like I've seen good TV. I haven't seen good TV. I feel like this is the best TV I've ever seen. Like, it's
very good. It's high quality stuff.
And
they're
they're movies. They're just. Why didn't they just do one episode of 2 hours plus instead of just like 3 45 to 1 hour episodes? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
You're doing movies. Just make it a movie. Like, do 4 movies.
Megaboyd has a great point in the chat. Better Call Saul is better than
I love Better Call Saul.
I agree. 100%. Love Better Call Saul is amazing. I just love his character.
I think I agree with you, Megaboyd. It's better, but at the same time, we're talking about, like, 99 to 100. Like, one's 99 out of 100, one's 100 out of 100. And, you know what I mean? Like, so how can you even say it's better? It's just they're both great. But I hear you. Better Call Saul is probably better.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. And you know what? I don't know if you know this either, but, like, in Rebels, Mon Mothma is in Rebels talking about the Gorman massacre, and then she calls it out. Like, she talks about it in Rebels, and then we got to actually see what she was talking about from Rebels in this show, in the live action. Like, that's bonkers to me, dude. Like, last night, dude, it's crazy. It's nuts.
It's so good.
Just seeing what they did with tying just that show, just Rebels to this, and it's Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
It's Dave Filoni. Rebels is his thing anyway. It's just so good. It's so well written. The director, God, I cannot remember his name right now. Man, he just absolutely crushed it. I can't wait till next week. Can't wait.
I think what I want to do after I finish this show, I want to go back to Andor season 1 and go straight through the entire thing. I want to go from Andor season 1, Andor season 2, and then finish
New Hope.
Finish with I guess I could go New Hope, but
you could go.
You could go New Hope, but it doesn't actually. It fits story wise. It doesn't fit movie wise. Like, the cast of that movie is very different.
It's very different. But the events of Rogue One go straight in to A New Hope.
You could go that far.
The end of that movie is
yes, you're right.
The end of that movie is the beginning of the next one.
I could fit in Rebels too. I could fit Rebels in, but I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to go Andor season 1, Andor season 2, Rogue One, and I want to watch the whole thing for like in a weekend.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sleep very much that weekend.
I do want to go back and watch season 1 again, because there's a lot of stuff I've realized now watching it that I'm forgetting. Like I'm like, oh yeah, he's dad. Yeah, I forgot.
Yes,
about that.
I'm the
Like,
same
and
way.
then, like,
I'm the same way. I'm forgetting a lot more than you, I'm sure, but I'm forgetting like a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh my god, like he was from the movie. Oh, he was from the movie. Oh, that's that robot looks familiar. Oh, that's that robot from the And I'm like figuring this all out last night. I watched like a recap afterwards. Wasn't too many available because it was fresh off the press, but
yeah.
Best show
Good.
ever. My Name is Earl. Never seen it, but I probably agree. I've heard.
I remember. I didn't watch it. I don't know.
I've never seen that show. I think you're joking, Jeff, because I feel like that show was.
No,
silly.
I mean I know a lot of people really like that show.
Well, yeah, but it's like a comedy. It's like, how do you compare a comedy to fucking cinematic
hold on
TV
now.
shows? Is it really your favorite, Jeff? I've never seen it. I'm not hating on you. How can you compare a comedy to cinematic television? You know, and how can you compare a sitcom to a comedy? Or actually, you can't do that, but to a cinematic television. Cinematic television is in its own league. It's somewhere between TV and movies. It's not TV. Like I think it's unfair. You know what I mean? To call like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Those are borderline cinematic TV shows. They are cinematic, but they're not quite.
It's drama. It's drama.
They're not quite
drama.
on the level of like Andor not level in terms of goodness, and level in terms of like its category. Scope, yeah.
It's the scope. It's the money. Let's be real.
The money
it's
isn't
money.
like it's unfair. It's just straight up unfair to say like Andor is a better show than 2.5 Men.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, whatever. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Really.
Although that's terrible. I was thinking of
That's
sitcoms.
like the
That's
worst
all I had.
example. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a better example. That's a great show. We love that show. It's incredible.
Moran loved that. Oh my God.
Me and Steve and I just finished watching that. We just finished watching
I never
it.
liked it. Moran used to watch the shit out of it. To be honest, I'm like, God.
Drip, that show, my family. If you've seen that show, you know exactly how my family operated growing up.
That's awesome, actually.
That's my family.
So, what else is coming? Since we're on the topic of Disney properties, I'd like to, before we end the after show here, I'd like to talk about another Disney property from Marvel. I went to see. Oh, wait, before we do that, I also saw the Minecraft movie. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
I think I'm gonna rent it
Dude.
when it comes out.
It's so funny. I mean, literal, like, gut laughing, tears from the beginning. It had a little bit of a slow couple of parts in the middle, but the end is so fun. It's just hilarious. Great stuff. But I went to see the Thunderbolts.
AKA the New Avengers. They spilled those beans.
Yeah, they put it out all over the place, didn't they? I thought they were gonna wait on that. I started seeing it online. I was like, everybody better just.
I thought it was a
throw your
joke.
phone out the window.
The first thing I saw about that was I have not seen this movie yet, by the way. But I saw like billboards being refilled with the New Avengers, and I was like, oh, it must be some stunt. And honestly, it probably is still some stunt.
Well, yeah, you got to see the movie. You got to see the movie to understand it. Because you're like, oh no, what? But if you see the movie, it's different. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things happen. It's a great movie, really good.
I don't know if we'll see that in theaters. Miss Steve and I are thinking about it, but if nothing else, we're gonna see it on Disney Plus. So
what's crazy is it's a 2.5-hour movie. I swear to God, I felt like I was in there for like 40 minutes.
Really?
The action is just the story is paced really, really well. The action's really good. The character development in this, oh my God, dude. It's so good. I mean, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 level character development. Maybe not quite that high. With Rocket, what they did with Rocket, that was really good, but like every single character, they just had their own little arc in this. It's just
these characters from the Black Widow movie, right? From 2020? Or in the COVID
some
era?
of them, yeah. Well, I mean, it's Bucky, who's Captain America movies.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
like the two,
And then
the girl and
yeah.
the Stranger Things dad. He's
Yes, that's Natasha Romanoff's sister and father.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got Sentry, who is Bob. He's the new character, and then you have Taskmaster from Black Widow. And then you also have Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, it's
She's
really,
also in it.
it's a big mismatch.
Yeah, they're the. I mean, there's a name for a group, like a little ragtag group of anti-heroes turned, heroes. But there's a lot, and it's got a post-credit scene that actually matters for the first time in like, I don't know, 5 years. It matters, like actually matters, and gets me pumped for what's next. Like, I haven't gone into a Marvel movie in quite a long time that has me excited for what's coming.
Yeah.
This did that a lot in several different ways. So that was cool. That was very cool.
All right, I think we gotta wrap this up because I'm getting tired and I need to get this uploaded for tonight. I asked this of what do you call it? A call out or a plea?
You guys just hold tight. Nobody go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Jeeves gonna talk, but I am going to. Hang on. Let me finish what I'm gonna say here before you start. I am going to redirect to the video that we put out yesterday about Microsoft and
you can do that. You can redirect to
pricing.
one of our videos.
I can. I'm gonna.
Oh
do
my
it right
god,
now.
I didn't know you could do that. That's a great idea. Stick where you're at, guys. There's more content from us, just not live. Join the Discord. I asked that you join Discord, of course. I do ask you to join Discord to get in there to hang out with the community. But I also ask this: please go on your audio platforms. I know this podcast is mainly a YouTube thing. My passion is podcasts, so like the audio thing is still very important to me. So I ask you guys in YouTube to please do me a favor and make sure you turn on auto downloads every week for the audio stuff, because even if you're not going to listen to it, just go to your podcast app, turn on auto download, and then you can just delete it. That really helps us out because it'll help out the analytics on the audio side of things, because we're very skewed. We're heavily skewed to YouTube. I wish the audio was a little bit more fruitful. So also, if you ever miss this podcast, you can always check it out on your commute on audio platforms. But the main thing I want to ask you guys is to make sure you go to audio platforms and give us a review. Go to Spotify, go to Apple, go to Pocket Cast, go to Amazon. Do they have podcasts? Go to wherever you listen to podcasts. If they offer reviews, if they offer written reviews, write us a nice little review. It helps the show out a ton. And leave a little 5-star mark on there as well for us. We would really appreciate that. It would help us out. And of course, continue to like the streams. Do all the things. It's all free 99. Free 99 to support us. It doesn't cost a dime. Just got to like our stuff. Yeah,
lame.
You gotta go to Spotify, leave us a review. That's all we ask. If you want extra podcast content, you can do that as well. We do extra content every month for our patrons here on YouTube. It's like as cheap as $1 a month. For $1 a month, you can get extra content from us. No, you can't.
It will only let me do live. I thought it would let us do a video. That's crazy. It won't let us do a video.
That would be a great feature, wouldn't it? That'd be an incredible feature. Just insert a big live audience into a video.
Yeah, why not? I mean, God. Yeah, you want the view, you want the ad revenue, YouTube. What are you doing? Terrible.
I know.
Terrible. Anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do for you guys. If you want to watch it and you haven't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to do that.
Click that link when Drew puts it in the chat. But also, guys, make sure to let us know how many bush apples we said in this episode. And the winner will receive their code via Discord. Get Discord to be able for me to hand you that code.
There's the link to that video. You guys go check out that video.
Indeed. We're going to sign off for now, guys. And we're going to see you guys maybe tomorrow morning, actually. We're going to make a little video for you guys. We got another plan for a video for you guys. Good stuff. We'll see you tomorrow morning, guys. Bright and early.
Later.